name is Kevin Curran, and this is the Marketing Principles Assignment 2 based on Spotify. This is a video blog examining how Spotify can develop its marketing campaign. I've been tasked with creating 2 new marketing mixes for Spotify, for 2 different segments in consumer markets. My first market is the over 55s. They tend to have no dependent children at this age range, so they have more disposable income, and this income comes from their well-established medium to high income jobs. The over 55s will have specific musical tastes. They're more likely to listen to older generational music from back in their day. They would have grown up listening to sort of records and possibly cassettes from back in their era. A YouGov poll in 2016 has found that the over 55s listen to radio more than any other music sources. The product for the over 55s will be just as simple to use. It will have specific generational playlists aimed at offering music from the 60s, 70s and 80s. The place where the new service will be available on older devices and smartphones. The older generation less likely to be interested in brand new up-to-date tech, although some may have the latest smartphones, but you generally tend to find these are more aimed at the younger generation. The price, as a premium service, the price would still remain at $9.99 per month. However, they could be included in the family deal available if their older children still live at home. And to promote the product to the over 55s, the service could be advertised during specific TV shows at certain times of the day on specific channels aimed at the mature generation. My second marketing segment would be the parents with young children, so this sort of CBeebies generation. These would be parents with children under the age of 5 who may work or sort of part-time or still be at home looking after the children. They have limited childcare, so they spend a lot of time with their children, and one of the biggest, toughest challenges is keeping those children entertained. As young children have short attention spans, so they would need varying types of music, not too repetitive, which may grate on a parent, but still be able to be played routinely. The product would be a playlist of songs and music, including popular nursery rhymes, child-friendly pop music, and music from children's TV programs, such as Peppa Pig and In the Night Garden. The price, again, wouldn't change, it would remain the same premium $9.99, but these additional children's playlists would be available through the same account as the parent. There are many mobile devices aimed at children, so Spotify could be available through any number of these. Could be basic tablets that young children seem to have these days, but this product will come with passcode protection to stop any children accessing explicit material, with a limited option of playlists that the parent can choose from. And to promote the product, Spotify for Kids could be advertised during breaks in kids' TV programs, through nurseries, and getting parents to use the service during children's parties. I've been tasked at illustrating differences in marketing products and services to business rather than consumers. So, when marketing business to business, the main concern for the businesses would be cost. Business wants to pay as low a price as possible, keep its profit margins high. They would rather use a product that was functional and easy to implement. And if using Spotify in its stores or restaurants, it will need to be able to implement across the country using one system, one stream, so that all stores have the same product and it's compatible with their IT systems and music systems. They want the simplest product to use, or they may end up using another service elsewhere which is easier to use. As far as business to business concerned, Spotify have invested in a company called Soundtrack Your Brand, which has signed a deal and operates in this deal with McDonald's and several other large companies in 36,000 restaurants worldwide. So reaching out far and wide around the world. With business to consumer, Spotify will focus more on the consumer's emotions, what they want to listen to and what makes them feel good, really. The branding is a unique selling point, so the brand should be cool, so it draws in the younger market, which Spotify target at the moment. And the product should be easy to use, whether downloading or streaming to the latest devices. It should be easily accessible. Spotify markets itself worldwide. At the moment, they have international markets spanning 60 different countries. And the way that they market in the UK will be a lot different from that of other international markets. This all depends on things like culture, musical tastes, legalities, and language barriers. Last year, Spotify had $1 billion of investments, and they used a large proportion of this on a global marketing campaign in 14 different locations around the world. Their campaign focuses mainly on user habits, highlighting localized data stories that have been generated by listening on Spotify in 2016 as they relate to key cultural moments of the year. In an article on the oneskyApp.com blog, it shows that Spotify are successful due to their unique localization strategy, and they tend to focus on what the different markets in each location are looking for. For example, in Brazil, the majority of Brazilians use the Android operating system on their smartphones, so Spotify have targeted that particular operating system to make the product more easily accessible to the Brazilians. Spotify has 500 million registered users around the world, with more than 100 million active users and 40 million paying subscribers, streaming 30 million songs on the platform. It's available in 50 different languages. Spotify has recently launched in Japan, which is said to be one of the toughest and largest music industry markets to break into. And they've managed to do this by recognising that 80% of the world does not actually speak English, although the musical tastes tend to be that from the Western cultures. Spotify are streaming various different musics from different languages, different cultures and backgrounds, and they aim to have 1.5 billion customers globally throughout the music industry. So there's a huge target audience out there for Spotify to market towards.